Good morning and welcome back to Breakfast with Brad. This morning we're going to talk about seed discs and the importance they have in precision seed placement. We're going to talk about both the air seeder and the planter this morning. So with the air seeder, our disc is 18 inches when it's new. It comes with a 7/8 inch bevel on the side. And we're going to want to make sure we put that bevel next to the boot when we do the replacement. As the disc wears, the bevel will form on this side as well, so we want to make sure to do that. And why is the size of the disc important? If we look at our handy gauge here, you'll see that we can check the 18 inches as a new disc. That keeps this bottom of the seed boot running parallel in the seed trench and making sure the seed is coming down and going into the trench accurately. As we start to wear the disc, this starts to run in the bottom of the trench and lift the seed back up out of the ground. So keep your seed disc at 16.5 inches. To measure them, Gooseneck designed a tool. Come along the edge of your tool, you lock the bottom in. As we come around the top up here, we'll see that we can quickly identify the size of the disc. 16.5 is a replace and 18 inches is new. This one's about halfway, and so we can run this a little bit longer before we need a replacement. Always check the ones in your tractor tracks. They wear just a little bit faster. When we're doing the replacement, we'll want to also look at this tab. The seed tab mounts on the back of the boot back here, and for only a couple dollars does a lot of work for us. As the seed comes in, it makes sure the seed is held down. The perfect time to replace that is when the disc is not here. It's easy to access the bolt, so please look at that as well. If we come over to the planter disc is just a little bit smaller from new. You see there's also a gauge for that. This planter disc is 15 inches when it's new. We'll come along here and measure that. Using the gauge for that right here. And you can see on this gauge, these discs are about 14 3/4, so we've got quite a bit of life left in those discs. As we replace the discs on a planter, one thing to be aware of is what's called the pinch point. The pinch point is where the disc engages the soil. So the best way to check the pinch point is to take a business card, and not any business card. A Brad Meyer business card is really the best business card. And we'll shove them in from each side, and the distance between the two should be about one more business card. Then you know you've got the accurate pinch point to make sure to engage the soil without material getting in between. Lastly, when replacing that disc, we want to check the firming point that mounts up underneath the disc. This part is 7/8 of an inch wide new. If it's a ½ inch or less, we want to replace it so it doesn't wear the seed tube that rests in between here. So those are the tips this morning with Breakfast with Brad on seed disc replacement. If you have any other thoughts or questions, contact Gooseneck Implement. We'll see you tomorrow.